Unit of comparison. Level 1. So research across regions and continents. Now let us look how we can take as a unit of analysis a geographical entity at a macro level. So you must have come across terms like Balkan states, European Community, Caribbean, South Pacific, Asia Pacific. Now these are instances or examples of how different countries are merged together, at least conceptually, to think of the whole area as a region. And then you can, of course, you will come across research that has been done, and there are several aid agencies that are very interested in research that are based on continents. So you have research that looks at Africa, South America, or Asia. However, when you do this sort of research, you can also see regions can also be defined more at an abstract level. वो abstract level वो होता है जिसके अंदर आप एक दूसरे से मुख्तलिफ states ने एक दूसरे से खास किस्म की alliance की हुई है. An example of this is, for instance, अगर आप European Union को ले लें. For instance, there was this research that looked at European Union. They looked at the countries that came in NAFTA, that is North American Free Trade Agreement, के तहत जो भी countries उसके नीचे आ रही थी. They looked at APEC, APEC. APEC stands for Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. इन्होंने ये देखा इस research में कि ये तीन different regional organizations हैं. What is the impact of these formations, for regional formations on their educational systems? So NAFTA had, but we need to keep in mind over here that NAFTA had only 3 members. आपके जो European Union में there were 28 countries, and APEC until 2013 had 21 countries. So there was a wide diversity of the different comprising countries, number of comprising countries over here. In another way, APEC was different from the other formations because APEC में कुछ ऐसी भी countries शामिल थी इस treaty में जिसमें which did not belong to actually South Asia. So you can see that what they found was that APEC had the countries that were working under APEC had a more diverse educational system, and similarly इसी तरह आपके NAFTA के नीचे भी जो countries थी, they had a diverse system, but not as much as APEC had, because the number of countries that had become a part of this treaty had opened up because ये जो आपकी regional treaties होती हैं उसके तहत जो लोग इकट्ठे आते हैं या countries इकट्ठी आती हैं, remember they come together because of a political will. So there is a political will to learn from each other and to open the gates to each other. तो इनके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा emphasis होता है cooperation का, collaboration का, which can also filter into education. So they found a lot of diversity in APEC, and the systems were somehow, there was evidence of learning from each other. European Union का जो था, that was more homogeneous, क्योंकि European Union में there was more homogeneity, क्योंकि the countries that were comprising them were more or less homogeneous. And this is how they were able to find out that how it affects the education system. Regional research हम करने को तो कर लेते हैं, लेकिन एक चीज ध्यान में रखिएगा कि when we clump different countries in different regions, that the differences across those countries do not disappear. So आप कुछ countries को अगर एशिया पैसिफिक के जोन में उसको रीजन में देख रहे हैं, या कुछ कंट्रीज को आप साउथ एशिया में देख रहे हैं, तो दैट डजंट मीन दैट साउथ एशिया इज वन होमोजेनियस ग्रुप जिसके अंदर आप उसको आसानी से एक जैसे एजुकेशन सिस्टम्स को देख सकते हैं. द थिंग इज दैट दीज डिफरेंसेस हैव एक्चुअली बीन ओवरलुक्ड, एंड दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम विद रिसर्च दैट इज डन एट अ मैक्रो लेवल. एंड ओवर हियर आई मस्ट से वन मोर थिंग, which is that the concept of region itself, region kya hai, especially at this abstract level, really depends on how the researcher wants you to have a look at the picture. सो दैट मीन्स दीज आर सोशली कंस्ट्रक्टेड. सोशली कंस्ट्रक्टेड का मतलब ये होता है कि ये आइडियाज या ये कॉन्सेप्ट जो है आपने खुद बनाया है, और ये ऐसा नहीं है कि ये गिवन है.